Hey, I'm Dave, and today I'm going to show you some of the basic features of GeoGebra's graphing and cast calculators. The first thing I want to go over are the input menus. You start off with the regular standard numbers, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, x, y, pi, e, squared, other exponent, square root, absolute value, mixed fraction, less than, greater than, parentheses. Go to the f of x tab, you get sine, cosine, tangent, arcsine, arccosine, arctangent, ln, the other logs, more exponentials, whatever root, factorial, a dollar sign for some reason, curly brackets, derivative, integral, I, and subscript. The ABC menu is just a regular keyboard. You can also switch it to a Greek keyboard. So you can input things like theta. I don't know what else you really use these other ones for. And I guess there's pi and mu for physics. And then finally we have this other menu of just assorted symbols, like this one's for cross product. We have a euro for some reason, an at sign, an ampersand, a colon, a semicolon, infinity, not equal, and these other ones. The next thing I want to go over is right here, this little plus. When you open it, expression, that brings this up. Text brings up the text keyboard. Image lets you upload an image. And help is one of the most useful menus on this whole entire app. Unfortunately, the menu doesn't really work that well on mobile, but when you open it, you would get something like this. One thing I also want to point out is that secant, cosecant, and cotangent are in here, which are not in the TI-84 calculator that we use in class. Over here on the right, we have a bunch of menus that have tons and tons of little functions in them that'll help you do things that you ordinarily wouldn't be able to do with the regular TI-84 calculator. In tools, you have a bunch of options. You can graph points, make slider variables, find intersects, turning points, roots, best fit line. You can find the area of a polygon, circle, or conic. If you click more, you actually get a lot more options. So here's point again. You can find a complex number, parallel line, you get it. You can graph circles, conics. You can even draw. And lastly, we have a table of values. It works kind of like the TI-84's table of values. You input a function, so f of x equals, make this one secant of x. You can't do that in the TI-84 without typing 1 over cosine, which can mess things up sometimes. You click these three dots and click table of values. Make this negative 10 to 10, step of 1, and there you go. There's your negative 10 to 10. You can also find the special points. So turning points, that doesn't really have any intersects except for the y-intercept right here. Settings opens this menu over here on the right. You can change some basic stuff about it. You can change what color it is. So let's make it light green. There we go. That's nice, bright, light green. You can change the style of the line. Let's make the lines big. You can make them transparent so it looks like they're highlighted. You can also change some of the advanced settings. You can do some scripting. This here brings up some global settings, so if you want to change English, for some reason there's not, oh, there's English US. I don't know why it was not on English US, but for some reason it wasn't. You can change how much it rounds to, although there's not that many options. You can change how labeling works. You can change the font size. Let's make it 40. Okay, that sucks. You can save settings or store settings. This is the same menu we were just on, the square thing. This brings up some stuff about the actual graph itself, like the dimensions of the graph, x-axis, y-axis, what the grid looks like, so we can get rid of the grid so it looks like the TI-84 calculator when you don't have the grid on for some reason. Let's close that. So here's the cast calculator. It's pretty similar to the graphing calculator, but you can use non-defined variables. For example, f of x equals x plus p minus 4. And you can go ahead and find the integral of f. And it works. I don't think this would work in the regular graphing calculator because of the p. We can also change the constant with this little slider right here. We have the same table of values, same input options, and that's really all there is to cover with the basic features. There's also this menu that lets you switch to calculator, but that's already right here at the top. There will be a link to the rest of the tutorials in the description of this video if you're watching on YouTube. And of course, you can go back to the original document if you want to click on the links there.